Hello everybody, this is Xenoblade82543 welcoming you back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time we finished up pretty much all the quests in Frontier Village. There is one more quest chain that I would like to do, but it's locked behind a little bit of plot. Because the game decided, you know, we are right before pretty much the last big plot, the last plot trigger before the one that triggers like the final chapter of the game whole thing. Where there's a whole bunch of stuff that gets opened up at that point, but we're at the last point before that. The last big plot trigger, I should say, before that. We do have a little ways to go before we get to the final chapter of the game. We're not allowed inside junks, by the way. We must listen to Inada. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to listen to Inada.
How are you?
We may have... Have I finished looking around the village? I may have just gone and done a whole bunch of side quests in Alchemoth and Frontier Village, but, you know, sure, I looked around this village. Definitely. I've seen plenty of the village. We're gonna listen to Inada. Because it is time. Fiora's already at Green Affinity with everyone. Like, she's had some bonding time with everyone. You know.
So, are you Mechon?
In one sense we are, and in another we are not. It is a fact that the weapons you call the Mechon were created by our civilization. However, we were born from the Mechonis. By your understanding, it would be correct to say that we are the same as Mechon.
A form of mechanical life born of the Mechonis. Is that correct?
From our perspective, you are forms of organic life born of the Bionis.
Life born of the Mechonis? So there is life here, just like on Bionis?
Explain to us why you invaded our world. What did we ever do to you?
I understand your feelings, but please, there is much yet to tell you.
Dunban, please hear her out.
But...
These Machina, they're good people.
Fiora?
You do not look fully functional.
Ever since she was given this body, she hasn't been feeling too good. But we honestly don't know what to do.
Do you mean to tell me you are not Machina? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I'm okay. Really.
Nonsense. I am a doctor. Do not worry. I specialize in people in your... situation. Just as I thought. You were transformed into a face unit. You are experiencing a functional breakdown in multiple locations.
That doesn't sound good.
I will take her to my laboratory. The Chief will answer your questions. He is waiting for you in junks.
For us?
We will speak later.
Shulk, I'm...
Fiora.
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on her.
Thanks.
Anyway, let's get... So, Charlotte and Fiora have just been taken out of our party, which is wonderful. So now I need to make a new party of people that don't have blue affinity with each other, which is not easy when Shulk and Ryan are two of the people. And Ryan has put blue affinity with Dumban, which is also wonderful. We could have Melia, Ricky, Dumban, I suppose. No, Dumban and Ricky have too much affinity. It's just a whole landmine. Ryan can only be paired with Fiora. Ryan and Shulk can't be paired with anyone, so we're stuck with this party, but if we're gonna do this party, we have to have Melia in the lead. That's the rules. Because Melia doesn't have blue affinity with either of these two, but they have blue affinity with each other. Shulk and Ryan already have blue affinity with everyone, except Ryan with Fiora. Anyway. There's a person in here, named Voltak, who we will trade with.
Yes?
There are NPCs in here. There is also a heart-to-heart here. Fiora and Dunban's Max Affinity heart-to-heart. We need to see the chief first. Charlotte's fine, gonna take care of her. We have to go see the chief, who is waiting for us on the bridge, which is on the lower deck. This doesn't feel like a building. This feels like a... They called it a bridge, right? That is your language, right?
How are you?
The bridge on the lower deck. They're not using building language. They're using ship language. Let's go see the chief. Without Fiora or Charla.
Huh. He's massive.
I get a kick out of seeing people's faces every time.
We were told that you were waiting for us.
That's right. I've been waiting a long time. Waiting for you to accept my request.
Request?
But first, let me ask. The sword the young man is holding. Is that the Monado?
It is.
And the destruction of the fortress on the sword. Was that your lot's doing?
Yes, although unfortunately we were unable to stop Egil.
Egil?
Do you know him? He claims to be the leader of Mechonis.
This Egil that you fought is one of our people. He's my son.
Your son?
Actually, my request is about him as well.
Ah.
I want you to kill Egil.
Oh wow. And that is our system save? I was expecting it a little later, but that's our save. We are not done with plot. That's it for Chapter 12, though. I thought Chapter 12 would be a little longer than that, but apparently not. But we need to have started this chapter in order to trigger that last quest in Frontier Village, because Chief Dunga needs to leave the village, and Chief Dunga doesn't do that till this cutscene. The Allied forces coming
Dearest
together.
Homs and Nopon representatives, my humble gratitude for accepting our invitation. I am Kallian Antiqua, Regent of the High Entia.
We all know who you are. You High Entia have kept yourselves safe, remaining spectators to our destruction. Why call upon us now?
As stated in my invitation, it is our intention to form an allied force from the peoples of Bionis, with which we will confront Mechonis.
Look at you. One little scratch and you're already crying for help.
I cannot deny this. The attack did serve as the catalyst, but the fact remains that things have changed.
When we needed help at the Battle of Sword Valley, our cries were ignored. Give me one good reason why we should bother. Huh?
I understand your anger. Our selfishness was inexcusable. However, please hear what I have to say. Listen to why our stance has changed.
Stop talking if you like, but no promises we'll stick around to the end.
We High Entia were mistaken. We believed that if we were attacked by the Mechon, our power alone could repel them. But a brave group of young heroes showed us the error of our ways. When the Mechon descended upon Erith Sea, Shulk fought with a courage I have never seen. I was most surprised to see that this group was comprised of different races. Homs, Nopon, High Entia. Although different, they trusted one another as friends. As just one inhabitant of Bionis, I desired to... No, I felt compelled to become strong like them.
Their strength came from the Monado. Bravery only gets you so far in this world.
Then you will not join us?
Hold your horses, son. I said they didn't win with bravery alone, but they wouldn't have got far without it. All right. You can count on our help.
The Nopon will join too. The Hum-Hum and Bird people are friends of the Nopon. We will fight together.
Dixon, are you leaving?
Yeah. It's just I felt this sudden pain in the neck.
Is that your response?
Don't go jumping the gun there, Prince. I'll leave the colony's forces with old Atharon here. You can use them however you want. I've got somewhere I need to be.
Might I ask where?
A battle's more than just a head-on assault. The sooner you realize that, the better. I better go and remind Shulk and all.
So you know of their whereabouts?
I told you. I've got a pretty good idea.
Dixon!
Yeah?
If you should meet Shulk,
What?
I have something I want you to tell him.
You want us to kill your son? That is no small request.
There are hardly any of us Machina left on Mechonis. Back when the Bionis and the Mechonis were fighting, the Bionis almost completely wiped us out. I suppose the Bionis just didn't want us around. Lady Mayneth fought the Bionis for us. In the end, the two Titans wounded each other and entered a deep slumber.
Who was Lady Mayneth?
The creator of Mechonis. You could say that she is the Mechonis itself.
You talk like you saw all this. Ain't this all just an ancient myth?
I know I look young, but I'm actually quite old. I saw the whole thing with my own eyes.
You can't be serious.
The people of Mechonis must have a longer lifespan. Just like we High Entia live far longer than Homs.
I get that. But he can't have lived that long.
But why do you want your son dead? From what you've told us, I would have thought you'd want us to destroy the Bionis rather than kill your own son.
Egil was a brilliant young man. Clever, strong, and kind to the less able. But he never forgave the Bionis for what it did. And he swore to take revenge.
So he wants to do to us what the Bionis did to the Machina.
Correct. Egil is trying to eradicate all innocent life on Bionis. He has to be stopped.
Didn't you ever try to stop him?
We tried once. A lot of people were killed. He's blinded by revenge. Even Lady Mayneth herself couldn't convince him to stop.
Where is Egil now?
Most likely the Mechonis capital. He's trying to restore its former glory all by himself.
I feel sorry for him.
Oi! What are you talking about? Did you forget what he did to us?
I haven't forgotten or forgiven. But Egil's clearly suffered a lot in his life. You don't feel any sympathy at all?
All I know is, this stinks. Who cares what he's been through?
Rhine!
I understand about Egil. But why us? You should be aware that Shulk's sword, the Monado, has the power to destroy Mechonis weaponry. It's said that it was once the sword of the Bionis. Doesn't the very sight of it make you quiver?
Zanza.
Huh?
Oh, just talking to myself. If you're gonna kill Egil, you'll need all of that sword's power. That's how strong Egil is. But enough talk. You must be tired. Take your time and think it over. Until the young lady's treatment is finished, feel free to spend time in our village.
Anyway, we've hit all the plot triggers that we needed to.
She has done well to survive such injury.
What do you mean? Is she sick?
Since you seem to have knowledge of Hom's medicine, I'll explain it like this. I'm afraid she's had several of her organs removed. Am I correct in assuming she was configured to operate inside a Mechon?
That's right.
She has been transformed into a Mekon's central nerve unit. Her blood can now circulate through a Mekon's components.
How?
I believe her immune system is now configured for compatibility with the Mekon. That's why her strength has depleted.
But you can treat her, can't you? Please.
Of course. Even as a Machina doctor, I cannot turn a blind eye to this butchery. With our equipment, she will regain her strength, but she will be stuck with this body. I cannot restore her flesh and blood Hom's body.
That's okay. I don't want to be a burden to Shulk. I don't care if I have a machine body. Just make it so I can fight beside him.
Fiora, leave it to me. If that is your wish, I'll do my best.
No. Yep.
I must implant a new circulation system for her immune functions. But we have one problem.
A problem?
I don't have a piezoelectric unit, which is required to control such a system. As long as she remains on this bed, the life support machine can compensate, but to move around freely, she must have the piezoelectric unit. The same unit is used in Mechon, so if you were to find some Mechon parts...
But where?
Well, outside of the village at the base of Digit 5, there's a beach. Debris from above washes ashore there. You might be able to find one among the Mechon wreckage.
We'll take a look. The beach at the base of Digit 5, right?
Yes. It gives off a faint red glow, so it might be easier to find at night.
Yes, it's a red item orb. I get that. Anyway. We're gonna do this story quest because, you know, I would like a full party. Also, I don't think this will be too hard to find during the day. Look how overleveled we are. The enemies in the area we're supposed to be in don't care. Splendid Bodice, can I ambush you while you're here? I like that they put it next to a dead Mechon. But we got lucky and Splendid Bodice didn't respawn, so we're okay. We got the piezoelectric unit. Piezoelectric unit, I can say it. Oh, also, in here, there's another NPC. And that gives us an achievement, because we finally talked to all the NPCs. We got Zilex, who is Architect's godfather.
Yes?
He's Mikol's secretary.
Welcome.
He's a junk staff. Okay.
What do you need?
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, they have to keep it ship shape. They're totally, this is totally a ship. This is not a building.
How are you?
Yep, we found the unit. There you go. I want Fiora back in my party before I do any more quests.
I think we found it. Is this the piezoelectric unit?
Yes, that's it. Well done.
Leonarda, will Fiora be okay now?
She'll be fine. It will just take me a little time to reconfigure and install the unit. Leave it to me. You get some rest.
But...
Shulk, do you want her to see you looking exhausted when she wakes up?
You're right. I'll try and get some rest. Thank you for everything you're doing.
By the way...
Yes?
The chief says he wants to speak with you. I think it's about Egil.
I'll go and see him. He wants Egil stopped. And so do we. But I need to sleep on it.
Good. You mustn't overburden yourself. We will help you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Anyway. We still don't have Fiora in our party. Which is all I really want. By the way, hitting that trigger, the trigger that we hit of starting this chapter, that's what opens up those new quests. the new quest chain in Frontier Village, and it will update the. If you haven't started Colony 6 Reconstruction yet at all, you get a different quest. I'll be showing that off probably after the Frontier Village quest chain.
Welcome.
I'll be showing that off though. We are going to take a rest because I want Fiora and Charla back in my party. And if I have to go through this whole chapter to do it, we will do that.
How are you? Sleep well?
Yes, very well. I wanted to, talk about your son.
Have you made up your mind?
Yes, we agree with you. Egil must be stopped, but we can't act now.
Oh? Why's that?
Before we came here, we heard of plans to form an allied force on Bionis. Any day now, they're going to launch an attack on Mechonis. But it's too dangerous. Egil has made a weapon that could kill us all.
The weapon that Mumkar was using? The one that shoots green fluid?
Hey, they brought it up.
It can decompose any being from Bionis.
We have to go back and warn them, before it's too late.
Well, you could always ask me to do it.
Dixon! What are you doing here? I can't believe you found us.
Why? This place is directly below the fortress. If you fell from up there, I figured you must have ended up here. And Bob's your uncle.
You're looking well, Dixon.
Ah, I see you're looking like your usual old self.
You know each other?
Kinda.
I scratch his back. He scratches mine. He tells us about the outside world, and we give him technology and information.
Why did you keep that to yourself? That information is vital to all who fight Mechonis.
Not all of us Homs are good people. What would happen if the Mechonis-hating types found this place? These Machina cut themselves off from the world to get away from pointless fighting.
So they escaped to live in peace. Somewhere they wouldn't be seen. Makes sense.
Clever little crown princess, ain't ya?
So this is where you obtained all that stuff you brought back to Colony 9. I wondered where you were getting it from.
I thought it was fine as long as it helped Shulk out at the lab. I guess the secret's out now. So, that weapon. How dangerous are we talking about?
I haven't discovered why, but it disintegrates anything it touches, but only if it's living tissue from Bionis.
That's not anything it touches at all.
Handy.
Dixon!
I'm only joking. Anyway, for now, just don't let any of it touch you. I'll come up with something to counter it. Leave it with me and I'll keep you posted. You lot go and take care of that Eagle or whatever his name is.
Eagle.
If you take him down, the Allied force might not even be needed.
Okay. Let me think about it for a bit.
But didn't Lorithia already say that she was developing countermeasures to what was in the spear? That, like, the weapon has already been dealt with. Or antibodies to it, or whatever.
Fiora.
Ain't made your mind up yet?
Dixon, listen.
Dunban told me all about it. The goal of your mission. So, you wanted to avenge Fiora?
Yes.
But you found her alive. And now you've got her back. So, you're all done now, ain't ya?
What are you fighting for, Dixon?
Me? He just gets right under my skin. That Egil guy.
Because he's trying to exterminate the Homs?
There's that. But that ain't everything. It's his hatred for the Bionis. Or more like his aim to wipe out everything that lives on the Bionis. I'll tell you one thing. That Bionis allied force is coming together quicker than I thought.
Really?
Yep. That high-end-tier prince is really moving things along.
Will they launch an attack on Mechonis?
Of course. But it looks like the prince has got another plan. He gave me a message for you. When the allied force attacks Mechonis, you don't need to join the fight. He wants you to take advantage of the chaos and do what it is you need to do.
Prince Callian said that?
I was pretty surprised too. He looks like a sissy, but he's got guts.
Yeah. I think that's the type of man he is.
So, what are you gonna do? He wanted me to let him know.
We're going to the Mechonis capital.
You're gonna take down Egil?
I don't know. I can't forgive the Mechon for what they've done. But after listening to Mikko, I think there might be another way.
You're too soft.
Do you really think that?
Too right. He's the self-proclaimed leader of Mechonis. I heard about what he did to the Monado. If you face him, it might get eaten up. But you have to throw everything at him. Even if there's only a slim chance of winning. Hesitate for 1 second, and you're a goner.
We won't let Shulk die. Not ever.
Fiora, are you okay to be walking around?
Yep.
I have to hand it to her. That Lenarda's pretty good. And not just with machines. She's also quite familiar with organic physiology.
You went to get the things you needed to cure me, right? I'm sorry I caused all this hassle. But I'm fine now. I'll be by your side, fighting to protect you. No matter where we go, no matter how difficult it gets, Shulk will do the right thing. It doesn't matter how slim our chances. Shulk will always stick to the right path.
And don't forget, it's because of Shulk that we are all here, fighting together. I think that shows he has a strong character. Am I wrong, Dixon?
Well, when I think about everything you lot have done, I can't deny that.
Dixon, we're going to the Mechonis capital. About the Allied force.
Yeah, leave it to me. I ain't gonna let anything happen to the colony. Those Mechon won't get away with anything else.
Oh wow. Mikol I don't know how Mikol got through the doors.
Thank you for all your help.
You might run into someone called Vinaya in the capital. Just mention my name, she'll lend a hand.
Vinaya?
Is she a Machina as well?
She's my daughter. She won't be far from Egil.
Hold on. You mean she's Egil's sister?
You've got it, lad.
And you say she'll help us?
The girl doesn't want to hurt Egil, but she doesn't like what he's doing. She should be a big help to you young'uns.
I don't know why she'd help us, but we'll try and find her when we get there.
Good luck.
Fiora, don't forget. I've only made temporary repairs. I think you should be able to fight, but don't overdo it. Come and see me the moment you experience any further system failure.
I will. Thank you.
In the meantime, I'm hoping I'll find a way to restore your former body.
Is that possible?
Theoretically, it might be possible to use your genetic information to regenerate your missing organs. Sorry, it's unfair for me to give you hope. To be honest, there's very little chance. But if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to try.
Thank you, Leonarda.
Fiora.
Don't make that face. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Off you go, kid. I'm counting on you and the Monado. Don't let me down, Shulk.
Oh, let's finish this part up. Now that the party's together, we have everyone back in the party. And we've advanced the plot enough that the last quest chain has been unlocked. Oh wait, we have more cutscenes. More cutscenes. Oh,
Why
this is
did
important.
that face betray me? And that light? No, that is not possible. It must have been remnants of memories from her former life that made me lose control. Memories. They are what limited the potential of Metalface as well. I now know that I must erase every last trace of what they once were. All my servants need is the instinct to fight. This Hom's female. She was with the boy who wields the Monado. A light of her memory. It shines strongly in this one.
Oh.
Bring me face 20814. So it is this male. The boy Shulk remains a thorn in my side. I will enjoy watching my minion crush him. Be still, my servant. I see that your memories cause you much suffering.
Okay. So we don't officially know who that is. But there's some I feel like there's some not a whole lot of choices.
Shulk, take this.
What is it?
There's a path leading from the base of Digit 2 to the foot of the Mechonis. This is the security key to the door that seals the path. We who live in the village don't have any need for it, but it will be invaluable to you.
We're in your debt, Linada.
Shulk, Fiora, take care on your journey.
We will.
Linada, thank you for everything.
And that is going to do it. Because this has been a lot of cutscenes. That's going to do it for this part. We need you. And we need you. Leave. I'm going to replace my party. We get the bulkhead key. Just going to double check. I think my affinity hasn't changed this part at all. We've been in cutscenes for so long. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Next time, we head back to the Hidden Machina Village to take on... Or not the Hidden Machina Village, we're here already. We head back to Frontier Village to take on one last quest chain. I'll see you then.